Hello everyone, and welcome to the pilot video of Scary Stories with Taylor That Are True. I decided to make this segment of my channel because we're getting closer to Halloween, which, of course, for me Halloween is pretty much year-round, but still, and decided that there are a bunch of scary stories that I like to tell my friends, but I'm curious to know how many of you would actually be interested in the true life event stories that I've had since I was a little kid all the way up to now. I also have scary stories that have happened with me and my friends, and also stories that have happened with me and my family. So, to start off this video, I'm going to tell you a story about my childhood home and why it still creeps me out to this day. So without further ado, ignore the makeup. It's probably not going to be on here like every single time I do a story. I just figured I'd do it this once. Promotional thing. Anywho. When I was a little kid, me and my mom moved around quite a bit. And this was right after my mom had married my stepdad. Some very intriguing things started happening around the house. The address was 1124 Willingham Way in Moore, Oklahoma. And if you ever feel like going to that house, I apologize to the people that live there now. But every time I go past there, it seems like nobody's home, which is really odd. We lived there. My dog and I and my mom and a stray cat named Kitty. Well, I named him Kitty. I was a little kid, don't judge me. While I was there, either by myself during the day or just whenever, there was always family around, but I would usually be inside the house alone, which really creeped me out. See, this house was built in I don't know where, but as soon as we went to go look at the house, I remember I had this really weird gut feeling that there was a reason why these people wanted to rent the house out. They claimed it's because they wanted a bigger home for their kids, but there was something else about it. It was just a regular one-story home, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. The garage was converted into a den, much like the house that my mom lives in now. And there was a shop in the backyard. It was a 2-room shop. I don't know why. I think one of the rooms was supposed to be a garage, and then the other room was just like a workspace area, and then there was also a shed. And the house just had the creepiest vibe. Like, I can't explain it. It just seemed like there was something constantly watching. And the more I would get scared, the more obvious it would be. Like, for instance, back then my mom enjoyed playing on her computer constantly, so she was like dead to the world. Sorry for watching this, Mom, but it was true. That was back when you had dial-up and you had to wait forever. Fun times. But I would always play around with our dog, and I would always go outside or find something to do because being inside the house just really creeped me out. Well, things just seemed to get worse. This wasn't exactly my first experience with a presence, but this was my first experience with a malevolent presence. It was dark, of course, and it was kind of stormy outside, just really annoying. I hated storms so much back then. I still do. I had 2 bedrooms. I know you guys are thinking I'm a spoiled kid. I kind of was. But no, I would not sleep in the farthest room just because it gave me the creeps. So I stayed in this other bedroom where I had a shelf of stuffed animals. And my biggest fear was that one of those stuffed animals, or all of them, were going to come alive and like try to kill me in my sleep. Still one of my biggest fears. But I remember that it was stormy outside. Usually my cat slept with me. This time he didn't. He was an outside cat, so we would let him inside every now and then. I had gone to bed. They tucked me in, my mom and my stepdad, after having a big fight over something, so I was already pretty terrified. And I just remember when they turned out the light and closed the door that I didn't feel like I was alone at all. I tried hiding under the covers, like any kid would, and then this dreadful feeling just came over me. I peeked from underneath my covers and was staring at the closet door. And I saw the doorknob turn really slow. And then the door opened inward. It was one of those weird ass closets. The door opened up, and all there was darkness inside. At this point, my whole body went into some sort of catatonic shock. Like, I just felt paralyzed. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. I made myself 2 choices. Go to the closet door and shut it. Run out of the bedroom as fast as I can. Find one of them, tell them what happened. Just hope that I make it to that door. Well, I went with number 2, of course, because facing my fear was definitely not going to happen. So I ran out of the door, screaming bloody murder. Pissed my stepdad off so bad. He screamed at me, he said it was the house just settling, yada yada yada, whatever. Made me go back into the room. So I left the light on, closed the closet door, and didn't sleep at all that night. Another scenario. We had a door to the cupboard area thing, whatever. It was like a closet, and then there was, you know, shelving for food and stuff in the kitchen. And then there was another door to the utility room that also served as a storage room. And then there was a door that led outside in that room. That room is always dark, but the door that leads to the room from the kitchen had these little slants, like these weird, I don't know which direction they went, like, it was like they were facing down, just slants at the very top of the door, and I always felt like there were eyes staring at me every single time I was trying to get food. So I would open the cupboard door to block out that door because it creeped me out. Well, my mom wanted me to change the light bulb in that room. What the hell? First it started out with me going in there to find something for her. And then I open the door and walk in about 4 steps. And the door closes behind me. This door, like, it'll move by itself anyways because of how the house was. So, like, it'll, like, slowly creak but still stay cracked. But this time it completely shut. Not, like, slammed, but it just and was shut. And as soon as I turned around to look at the door, the light bulb bursts. I'm not even playing. The light bulb. At that point, I was so terrified. I opened the door, slammed it shut, ran, and then my mom asked me to change out the light bulb. Not no, but hell no. So I made her change out the light bulb. But while she was doing it, she wasn't paying attention to things behind her. That was my cat. Stop it. She wasn't paying attention to things behind her because part of it was a storage room, so there were cabinets and very intriguing things just pretty much everywhere. And, of course, there was an attic. This house just keeps getting worse and worse, right? There was an attic door at the very end, so you have this side, which is washer and dryer, and then you have a shit ton of cabinetry, and then at the very end there was like this weird little corner thing, and then attic door. And it was one of those that you can pull down with a string, and I had to keep the door open for my mom because it would, you know, close, so she couldn't see anything. I guess we didn't have a flashlight. And she was up on the ladder, and I had to keep the light off so she doesn't shock herself. Anyways, I kept the door open, and while she was going up the ladder and changing out the light bulb, I kept hearing something from the corner. And she didn't hear it, it was just me, but I kept my mouth shut because my family already thought I was crazy. And she told me to turn the light on, and I kept my eye on that corner where the attic door was, and when I flicked the light on, I could see the door close. Like, it was literally, it was open like that, and it just goes, and she looked over there. I was in shock again. And she was like, huh. Shrugged it off, got what she needed, and left the room. I did not go near that room again for months. but more stories for next time. If you liked those two, was it 2 or 3? I don't know. If you liked the story, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you thought about it. This is a true story. Seriously, it has haunted me for my entire life. To the point where I can note every single detail of all creepy experiences that have happened to me. Comment below what you think. Like it. Please subscribe. I would love to have more subscribers so you guys can stay up to date with new stuff such as this. If I get enough likes and some comments about another story you guys might want to hear, I have a lot of ghost stories, so like, comment, share with your friends if you've had similar experiences like that. Trust me, you're not alone. If you haven't had an experience yet, I can make you have one. I know that sounds really creepy, but I have helped one of my non-believing friends believe in ghosts before, so it's quite an experience. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Stay up to date by liking my Kitty Corp Productions page on Facebook, and hopefully this won't be the only video that I make of this segment. So, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.